Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. This is a late night reading, baby, but you're worth it. So let's call in spirit and let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel and protect my beautiful collective. Well, hidey ho. I don't know why I'm saying that lately, hidey ho. Maybe if I've watched a lot of Oklahoma when I was a kid. Now I'm aging myself. It is what it is. All right, let's do this. Selenite stick. Selenite. These are all protection stones. This is a protection stone. It's beautiful too, isn't it? I love this stone. Protect my collective. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Of course. Gotta have it, baby. Lower the volume if you must. I love that. I never get tired of it. Okay, now what I want to discuss is I pre-shuffled. Okay, and what it has here is 3 cards. I got a few cards, but 3 cards here. One of them says, max out your credit cards. You can always pay them off later. Great advice. Never apologize. Admitting fault is a sign of weakness. Only reach out when you need something. Friends are there to help you. They have being cold. Somebody's being cold to you. Or you're being cold. Now, these are collective readings, any energy, any sign. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and past, present, or future energy is always at play. Always remember that. So, this could have happened in your past, could be currently happening to you today, or a futuristic, right? Prophetic, predictive thing. Not that I predict the future. I don't think I'm that bright. I feel like, to me, if this is a message from spirit, then it's from them. So take what resonates and be glad sometimes when these things don't fit, because for real, yeah, I want to have somebody that's being cold to me. I want somebody who's going to use me just when they need something. Max my credit cards out. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Nah, it ain't. Somebody's being cold. Silent fears. So you have silent fears, or they have silent fears. Hidden sorrows, losing yourself, and never set boundaries. They should be free to do whatever they want. Now, this could be in a child situation or a relationship. So, what am I getting from all of this? This is a connection that you're in separation from. This is a person that reaches out to you when they need something. Possibly if you're in a relationship where you have children, they need something, they call you. I need some milk, I need some bread. I don't got the money. This is somebody that never admits they are at fault. Act like a tough person, tough guy, tough girl. I don't need you. Unless, they're calling you because they need something, right? Blame game. He said, she said. Troops in the middle. Maxes out their credit cards. They need you to save them. And you never set boundaries. Maybe even treated this person like a child, did everything for them. Maybe they felt that way because you didn't set boundaries. I can do whatever I want. They ain't gonna do nothing. If I need money, they're gonna start going to the bank and getting it, the ATM. You lost yourself with this person. You weren't your true authentic self. You might have had fears, hidden fears that they were gonna leave you. And if you were honest with yourself, obviously nobody wants to go through this fuck shit. You were in sorrow. You wanted to end the situation. You just didn't know how because you were afraid to be alone. That's what it sounds like here. You gave too much leeway to this person. Not that you're their mother or their father, that you need to like clock this person, but you needed to respect yourself enough to set some boundaries and some fences around this situation, your heart, because you were way too open, and they thought that they were entitled to your money, your time, your energy, and your effort because you gave so much of yourself. That's what I'm getting. You could say you're wrong, but I'm reading energy, my friend. I'm reading energy, and I don't think I am wrong. So let's go into it. Spirit, come through. Give me some more information on this connection that one gave too much and the other one took too much. In any relationship, there has to be equal reciprocity. Now, there are exceptions. If they are your literal child, in the beginning, you are going to give more to the connection than they're going to give to you because they need for you to do that. But in a love relationship, there has to be equal. And if there isn't, there's always going to be that person that pushes the envelope. You give them an inch, they take 6 miles. And that's seemingly what happened here. So let's confirm if that's true or not. Spirit, give me some messages here. I'm not saying that you're not a good person. I'm not downing you. Don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is that you need to give less. It was overkill. It was just overboard. It was too much. Too much. And trust me, when I tell you this, I am not judging you one single bit. I've done this stuff. You learn in life. And I can say learn from my mistakes, but you're going to learn your own way. But this is the energy I'm reading. It rings true. If you give too much, this person feels entitled to take more. To the point where you lose yourself. You don't even know where you start and they begin. It's like you don't even know yourself anymore. What your needs are, what your wants are, because you've catered so much to another person. And really, it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. Because people need to feel like a man or a woman. They need to feel like an adult in a relationship, not like they're your child. So it's not a service that serves anybody. Because now they're feeling like they got to rebel like a child does. And you feel like you've lost control of this situation when really are you supposed to be controlling a grown ass adult? No. But the problem in this situation is that you lost who you are. Your needs didn't get met. You're pouring into something all the time and nothing gets returned. And a selfless person, obviously we're not looking for our own, self-gain or benefit in a relationship, but man, hello, we want something out of this. What the hell did we get into a relationship with if we just want to give and never get nothing back? For Christ's sakes, we could buy a fucking AI robot and do the same thing, probably get more relationship benefits out of that. Get a blow up, for Christ's sakes. It'll never talk back to you. It'll never give you problems until the air comes out. Then you get the air pump. Because seriously, if you're going to pour into nothing, you might as well just do that. You poured into a person that didn't have the capacity to give it back to you. And now all of a sudden you're in sorrow. Obviously, anybody would be. but you were afraid to be alone. And that's the reason you did it. This person wasn't the one for you. Maybe not, I'm not saying forever, 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 forever. Yeah, not right now. That's what I'm saying. Courage. It takes an awful lot of courage to stand up and say, this is what I want, and I'm not settling for less. It takes strength to do that. But with that said, it also takes time. This ain't going to happen instantaneously. We're not born with that. We learn these things through examples, through our parents, perhaps, if they are like that. If they're not, then we learn that example. Can we be different from our parents? Yes. Does it take a hell of a lot more work? Yes, it does. Because you always repeat the sins of the parents. It's like as much as you would like to be different from your parent. Isn't it just, it's like you find yourself saying, I'll never be like that person. I will be different. I'll be better. Then all of a sudden, it's so much easier just to fall into that trap because it's learned behavior. We're not just a genetic anomaly. We're a product of our environment. If we would be honest with ourselves, genetics doesn't play as big of a role in our life as learned environments, learned behaviors. We can be different, but it takes an awful lot of work, okay, to break those patterns, to break that cycle. Now, should we say, well, the hell with it then, I'm just going to wallow in it and just do what people better accept me for who I am, and this is who I am, and I'm this age, and I'm not going to change. You lose out in life being rigid like that. And on a Christian level alone, whether you believe in Christianity or not, I'm going to say it's my channel, and I'll say what I want. You get your own channel, you say what you want. That's how it works. As a Christian, we're supposed to think of the other person. Do unto others as you would want done to you. But really, in my life, at my age, I realized that that's not exactly accurate. It's more like do unto others as they want done. Maybe they don't like the way you do things. Maybe they want it done a different way because of that's how they learned. So when two people come together from two different backgrounds, there's bound to be butting heads. Your person clearly was babied in their life, catered to, and you picked up the gauntlet from the parents and you ran with it. And now you get the result of this because now you're not with this person. And I'm not blaming you because it takes two. This person didn't appreciate all the work you did and all the effort. That's his problem. That's her problem. Okay? They got issues in their tissues too. But there's every single one of us has a journey that we are on, and it's a singular journey, even though collectively we are rowing the boat, right? We're rowing the boat. And we're rowing in the same direction at first. And then all of a sudden, we deviate to the left, to the right. People row with you at first. We're all rowing, ho, ho, ho. And then all of a sudden, one drops off. Wow. They punked out soon. They punked out quick. Then the next one, then the next one. You're on this journey, but then there's other people picking up the slack and rowing with you. We are on a journey to learn whatever lessons we need to learn so we don't repeat the patterns in the next life. And we meet people along the way. They can help us. They can hurt us. But we keep moving. Keep it stepping. And each person has to deal with their own shit. That's the way it is. We cannot have people doing it for us. Your person needs to learn to stand up and be a man or a woman. You need to stand there and let them. When we're parents, we have to let go of our children. We put so much into them. Put our whole life into that basket, all the eggs in that one basket. And that basket's going to grow legs and walk the hell out someday. And then what do you got? You have nothing. You gave so much. Now, I'm not saying don't give to your kids, but recognize they're not going to always be there. If we hold on to something so damn tight because we don't want to lose it, the law of attraction, or not even the law of attraction, it's just the law of nature, it's going to pull away. What you want so much and put so much into eventually pulls away from you. Moral of the story, don't grip so tight. Don't be so insecure that you're worried that everything you do is going to upset this person. Well, you do so much for this person thinking that if I do more, 18 on the clock, they'll stay with me. Clearly, in this situation, as in other situations, you're not alone. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Because not everybody lives by our moral code. They just don't. Right or wrong, they just don't. Spirit, come through. It's go time. It's confirm or deny. And trust me, I am not downing you. But I feel like in some situations, when I do these readings, tough love is necessary, man. I love you. Okay? Agape love. Agape love. My agape love to your agape love. That's friendship love. Okay? I'm not here to pussyfoot around shit. I'm here to hold the mirror. I'm here to reveal the truth. 1919 on the clock. My job on this earth, on this journey, is to tell the truth. Because I'm not doing you a service lying to your ass. This ain't all about love readings and everything's going to work out and everything's rainbows and sunshine. Hell no. No, it's not. It's fuck shit and tomfoolery half the time. It's, I want to hold on to this person, so I'm going to be as loose as possible. I'm going to go after things that don't belong to me. I'm going to control, whether it's black magic, voodoo magic. I'm not downing voodoo magic. Because there's a lot of practitioners that do a whole awful lot of good with voodoo. I'm talking about the numbnuts that touch magic that they don't even have any idea about and don't have any reverence or respect for the craft. 2020 on the clock. If you're a voodoo practitioner and you respect the craft and you were raised in that craft, God bless you. I got nothing but respect. But I'm talking about the ones that are doing dirty deeds in the dark to hold a person, to control a person, to take a person, to ruin a person. Not necessary. And the karmic lessons that you are going to receive, racking up those frequent flyer miles, those frequent fuckery miles, you're going to get that in kind, maybe even tenfold. And I am not saying you are doing it. I'm saying generalized. There's so much nonsense that goes on. But the biggest thing is trying to control a narrative and control another person. We can do it. 21:21 on the clock. And I learned that as well as anybody because I'm on this journey too. I got my own lessons to learn. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And this is something you're going to have to learn. Learn it now or learn it later. My friend, my bestie, you know who you are, Mo. Think about you all the time. My bestie in the heavens, okay? She used to say that, pay now or pay later, but you're going to pay. You got to learn to stop worrying about what other people are going to do or say or think and be your true authentic self. Regardless of the people out there that don't want to hear it, don't like you. Who gives a shit if people don't like you? It don't matter if they like you. 22:22 on the clock. It doesn't matter. They're not having to carry your cross. It isn't their journey. They don't have a say. Sorry, not sorry. It isn't up to them to judge you. And if they want to throw that stone, return to sender, baby. Let's hope you don't live in a glass house. Unless you have glass company on speed dial. Then it's all good. Cool. But nobody has the right to judge another human being unless they're perfect. Last time I looked, ain't nobody there I know. And I know there ain't nobody here on this earth at this time that's perfect. So don't worry about it. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them think you're a fool. In the end, man, it's still your life. And you got one life at this time that you're living. You only can live one lifetime at a time. So make it the best one you can. And if people can't see, spirit, people can't see your worth. People want to play games. People don't want to grow up. Take personal responsibility and accountability for themselves. Because I ain't saying this is all you. This was learned behavior. This person learned behavior. Okay? They need to grow up. And you need to let them. Just like if they were your real child, you need to let them go and let them be an adult. You cannot be there forever. And this person needs to learn that lesson 24/24 on the clock. And they are learning that lesson. Because with your absence, they're feeling the absence. They might say it, they might not say it. And I think they are still talking to you. You're still letting them in. You're still answering that call, giving them some money. You haven't let them go, and they haven't let you go because they need you. And they'll call you and say that I need you. And you come running, man. Thoughts. You're always thinking about this person. I feel like you worry about them. It hurts that you didn't receive that same love and kind. I feel that. It's painful. You question yourself every day. What did I do wrong to deserve this? I love them with all my heart. I'm getting emotional. Sorry. Hmm. We can't control another person and their actions. And if they choose to leave, we got to let them go. And that means energetically too, 26 on the clock. You need to stop thinking, do your best every day. It'll get easier if you just make it your business to think of other things. Focus your attention on something else. Because you're hurting yourself, honey. You're not hurting this person. In fact, they're banking on you thinking about them. So that anytime they call you, you'll be there running. You need to let this person fall so that they can pick their own selves up. That's a loving thing to do. By always being there, being that crutch, they are never, ever going to grow up. And what you think is help is really harm. So you need to let them go, 2727. on the clock. And let them miss you instead of always being available. It's not a game. It's a loving thing to do so that they can see your worth. If you're always there, picking this person up, always being readily available every time they call, and you never set boundaries against this person, they're going to think that all of that energy that you poured into them was theirs, and it wasn't. And all that good fortune that they had, it was because of their effort and their energy. And it really had nothing to do with them. It was you. It was that pure love that you had for this person that propelled them through life. And now it's time for them to journey on their own. Forever, no. But if you want this person to see you, you can't always be in front of their face. And I know that sounds foolish. That sounds like, what? Exactly. Because memories are a living mirror of a person. And when they're going through difficult times and they have these other people that they're entertaining and talking to and spending time with and having sex with and all this other good stuff that they're doing, having this happy, good, lucky, go lucky life, whatever. And these other people inevitably let them down and disappoint them because nobody's going to have matched that energy that you have. Clearly, they're going to see you in their mind's eye and in their heart. And they're going to realize who truly was there for them, who was ride or die down for them. It ain't these other people that they're playing house with. It ain't these other people that, they're fucking. It's not them. Shoot. But if you're always running after them to clean up their mess, pick up the pieces when another person dumps them or lets them down, they're never going to see you as anything other than a plan B, consolation prize. And baby, you deserve better than that. Nobody deserves to be a consolation prize. And if they didn't want to be in a relationship with you, they should have been a man or a woman about it and said it instead of playing games. There's a better way of doing it. That's where the way people do things like this is why they suffer karmically, and they can blame you for it and think you're playing some sort of magic bullshit, but it isn't that at all. It's their own choices. There's a better way of leaving a person than fucking them over. Just a better way. Be a man about it. Be a woman about it. Just say it's over. I want to live a single life. I want to be by myself. 32. Be a man or a woman about it. What is this stupidness about? This game? I want my cake and eat it too? It don't work for you. It's never going to work for anybody doing that. If you're the crosswatcher, it's not going to work. There's a better way. Breaking somebody's heart, it always comes back on you eventually. Legal. So you could have been married to this person. They ain't going to be married for long. And even if they decided they wanted to get a divorce, let them pay for it. Let them pay for it. Nope. Let them do it. If they want to get out of that relationship, thank you very much. Sign the papers and go. They will be kicking their ass eventually. Even if you decide to move on with somebody else, or if they decide they want to come back eventually down the road, whatever the case may be, let them go. There was a lot of conflict here. A lot of people having their say. This is what happens when you run your mouth. Your person, or you could have gone to a lot of people complaining about this person or said stuff. Or they could have been the same. This person could have done it. Saying you were too much, or you were too naggy, or too clinging. Something went on around here where a bunch of people got involved. There's actual money here. It was all about the Benjamins. Somebody went after your person because of money, but it was actually not even their money. Well, that's a waste of time, wasn't it? conflict. So they had conflict with you using a priest or somebody that practiced ritual magic, trying to block your pathway. You're helping this bitch out and they're trying to do this to you? Ugh, please. False documents. I'm not sure what that's about, but there's a destruction here. What is this about, Spirit? What's the... Hang on, let me see. I know it's getting late here with this. I don't usually go this long, but... Spirit, what's this legal documents about? Who did that, Spirit? Who did the legal documents in the reverse? So if they tried to do something like take your money, yeah, a trash box. So it's somebody in this community tried to take your money. Magician, manifesting. Manifesting what? Ace of Swords. Manifesting a truth, man. Ace of Swords, a new beginning. But a truth is going to be revealed about this. Somebody stealing your money. Tower. Queen of Swords in the upright. You might be guarded. The Page of Wands, there is going to be a message that's going to be sent to you by somebody. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That somebody, Seven of Swords, was deceitful. Yeah, they were trying to get your Ten of Cups. They were trying to get your legacy, your love, your family. Legal issues, maybe put legal issues in your way. Five of Swords, yeah, this person put conflict in your life. They put conflict between you and your person. This was your ops. The Fool. Maybe even said you're a fool. This was a karmic connection. But you're strong. You're strong. This was a false person. It was all about passion and money. They were jealous of you. They were jealous of the connection because you had a beautiful life with that person. And now they're out in the cold. Could be your person too. Feels out in the cold. Yes. They feel out in the cold. Maybe you had a glow up or you're going to have a glow up and they're watching you. They went towards something that somebody who lied and used magic to try to get money off of them. Tried to get your prosperity. Not realizing all along it was you that was contributing so much money and time and effort. Don't you just love that? I really feel like you got to figure out what it is that you want. Because this person put you through an awful lot. And you know it and I know it. And the energy ain't lying. The person's still not mature. Still hoping you're going to fix their mess. They don't have much and they want you to fix it like you always do. But Spirit's encouraging you. Raise your vibration. Look at this. Short term and temporary. So what I said, they're in, they're out. This is something that you're going to have to really think about. Do you want to keep revisiting this over and over again and playing this game? The more you give so much of yourself and not even pour into yourself, the more people are going to take advantage of you. Well, let's get one more card here, so end it. I just feel like I hate being negative because it just feels like more and more these readings are becoming negative than they are positive. Like this one's not going to work out and that one's not going to work out. What I'm going to say is it might work out eventually if you can get yourself to a place where you can give less and you can let this person fall. Get the karmic lessons. Not that you're wishing for it, but it's coming, man. This person is going to see the end of that relationship. But if you keep pouring into this person and saving them every time they fall, you're not doing this person any favor. Or yourself. Or yourself, if you're honest. There might be somebody out there for you, but you're never going to give them a chance because you're so into this other person. That's a journey. That's a lesson that you have to learn on this journey, my friend. I can't learn it for you. Okay. For every house is built by somebody, but God is the builder of everything. I'm going to recognize. We got to recognize that. God is large and in charge. And this situation, like Exodus 22:27, when they cry out to me, I will hear, for I am compassionate. Glory and honor and peace for everyone who does good. You are a good person. Romans 2:10. No doubt, you're a good person. And God is hearing your cries. You're manifesting a better life. You're manifesting a different situation. If only they would love me. If only they would do this. If only they would do that. If only, they would do a third, then my life would be so much better with this person. But you can't see yourself. You put so much your eggs in this basket. This basket grew legs and walked out of your life, and you want this basket back. But this basket's in somebody else's henhouse. And the more you're manifesting this, the less likely it's going to happen. You have to let this person go. And you never quite know what's out there for you if you never give it a chance. So give it a chance. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I love to have. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.